Yo, it's Viral Industries, and we're back again with another quick video. If you really sent here to do, you know what I'm saying, miraculous things and do such great things, everybody isn't going to be happy with you, and sometimes it's going to be the uh the people closest to you that's not happy with you because they can't understand why God has put you in a certain position, most likely alone in some cases, to witness some of His miracles. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to understand, like when Jesus went for 40 days and 40 nights and fasted and fought with the devil and performed, really that was a miracle, to fight with the devil and not to come to the uh the wishes of the world and say, I'm greater than this, my father is greater than this. That's not something that everybody could do. If you put $1 million on everybody's face right now on earth, you tell them you get this $1 million or you get to go to heaven. A lot of people that's not in position to have $1 million or ever had $1 million at one time or whatever, they're gonna choose the $1 million. And they're gonna have a whole reason as to why they chose it and everything. So you really gotta understand where we live at, bro. It's not gonna be easy. The temptation is gonna be super wicked. It's gonna be unbelievable. But God is putting us in this position because He knows if you make it through that, then you can make it anywhere. You can make it up here fighting me, fighting with me against these demons. Because it's gonna be a fight, y'all. They always try to make it seem like they always try to make it seem like God is this nice Caucasian hippie with blonde hair. That's not Christ. That's not God. It's gonna be revenge. He that sendeth into captivity shall go into captivity. It's not a joke. It's not a game. It's not a Ouija book, a Ouija whatever, a Ouija board. It's not no motherfucking tarot cards. It's not no motherfucking
Many people.
This is different, bro. It's not that shit that y'all play around with. Yeah, I got that shit that y'all playing around with. It's not that. You know what I'm saying? We'll let him explain it real quick.
Many people refer to Matthew chapter 19, verse 17 in an attempt to discredit and disprove the deity of Christ, the fact that Jesus Christ is God, when in all actuality, this passage both affirms and supports this fundamental doctrine. The Word of God says in Matthew chapter 19, verse 17, "And he said unto him," Jesus speaking here, "Why callest thou me good?"
Right, because it's Yeshua. That was a man that was living on earth. That's the Son of the Most High. Then you got the Most High, the Father, the Creator. I gotta understand this. There is no Christ as God, and no. There's no Jesus is Lord and all of that. No. Jesus was a man on earth, a black man on earth, who got persecuted by the Roman Empire.
There's none good but one, that is God. So according to Jesus Christ, the only one that is good is God. That's plain to see according to this passage. The only one that is good is who? God. Jesus Christ cannot be good without being God. I'll say that again. Jesus Christ cannot be good without being God. If Jesus Christ is good, then Jesus Christ is God, because only God is good. If you assume his goodness, you must by default accept his deity, the fact that he is God. Why? Because only God is good. If you deny his deity, you must by default deny his goodness, because if he's not God, then he's not good. Does that make sense? Think about that. If he's not God, then he's not good, because only God is good. However, Jesus Christ referred to himself as good in John chapter 10, starting off in verse 11. The Word of God says this, "I am the good shepherd." Again, Jesus Christ speaking here. "I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. But he that is an hireling, and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth. And the wolf catcheth them, and scattereth the sheep. The hireling fleeth, because he is an hireling, and careth not for the sheep. Just in case you didn't get it, Jesus says this again: I am the good shepherd. Jesus Christ is good, and know my sheep, and am known of mine. Friend, Jesus Christ is good, and that means Jesus Christ is God.
Nope. What's good, Rock City Highboy Ben? Why is thou calling me good? That's what Christ said. There's only one that's good, and that's the Lord. Let's see IUIC explaining real quick. Get one of the IUIC brothers. They explain Matthew
If any
19.
brother hath a wife that believeth not. Now you got a woman and she does not believe, brothers. All right, you got a woman, she don't believe. Read. And she be pleased to dwell. You know what pleased to dwell means? Pleased to dwell means she loves you so much and she wants to be with you, she'll do the commandments of God. She'll follow you into the truth. And she'll uphold.
Right, he said, if you love me, then follow the commandments. In Matthew chapter 19, verse 17, he said, follow me and follow these commandments if you love me.
The standards that you're setting in the house based upon the Bible. Not because she just believes in God so much and she's so holy. No, she's doing it because she loves you and she wants to have that relationship with you, and she understands that this is going to bring.
That's the thing, though, modern women. Eventually, I'm going to have to go to one of these camps, probably to find a wife. Because modern women out here, women in the world, they don't understand. They don't understand, bro, that you are literally following a pagan entity. You're following the way that these people tell you, oh, it's Valentine's Day, it's Christmas, it's this day, it's that day. You are following the way of these people and what they're telling you to do. We have a whole history in the Bible. Why y'all think that they didn't let black people read back then? I know why y'all think that they didn't let black people read back then? If y'all was able to read, y'all would really figure out your history, because everybody's following our way. In Russia, they're following our way. In all these other countries, they're following our way. They know that Christ is black. And only in America, they keep y'all brainwashed. They make y'all think that Christ wasn't black and Christ isn't this and that. Listen, nothing is promised in life. Follow the Most High, or you will reap the consequences. You will. There's not a plane that you could get on where you're 100% gonna make it. There's not a plane on this earth that you will get on. There's not a pilot on this earth that's 100% gonna make sure that you get to your destination. There's always been plane crashes and catastrophic things happening. They just hid it from you, and then sometimes they might tell you, sometimes they might not. Look at how many stars, real life stars, Kobe, Left Eye, so many stars have literally. This is how their life has ended. A plane crash. There's a chance that your life might end while you're at work. I remember watching uh at these orientations, you know, when you gotta watch the video where they said, oh, don't put your hand too far deep in there, it'll crush your hand, or this will decapitate you if you step in here. If you lock yourself into the cooler, you will freeze it up. Like, nothing is promised. You could pass away at work. Nothing is promised. So when I get with somebody and I want to be in love with somebody, they need to be in love with what I believe in, and that is the Most High in His book, His holy book. I'm not saying I'm perfect though. That don't, like Christ said in Matthew chapter 19, verse 17, which I hope they go through. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying that I'm the most goodest. Don't call me, sit up here be trying to call me good and I think I'm, you know what I'm saying, holier than thou. I'm not saying all of that. I'm just saying that this is what I'm trying to follow. So if you keep on talking about, and I'm not saying like I'm not gonna give you like, see, what they do is women is so dramatic, modern women is so dramatic, women in the world today is so dramatic, right? And I'm talking about when I say women out in the world, that don't mean every woman, because some women is really following this way. But it's like, bro, why are you getting mad about one day that uh somebody coined this phrase and said this is this day where we do this? Who the fuck is them people? See, our women in America, they got white liberal women Eve's syndrome, where they listen to these white women, these white liberal women, and they think that anything that they say is right. I'm gonna post this video too today where the lady is literally telling you white women are the number one beneficiaries of DEI programs. White women. They are the number one beneficiary of DEI programs. But every time white people, their people bring up DEI this, DEI that, they're nowhere to be found to tell these people that this has nothing to do with black people. Black people still, every time they use our name, BLM, and they steal from us, even our own people. Nobody cares about black people like we care about black people, like Tyreek Nasheed and all these people that you see as really out here talking to these people and telling them the truth every day, not just for a Kendrick Lamar halftime show. Like, no, bro, we got to do this shit every day. The other day, or yesterday, I seen Spike Lee wearing "We Need Our Reparations" on the back of his shirt at the All-Star game. Like, it gotta be, we gotta keep on making more and more steps. More and more steps. It can't just be the artistic people that like Kendrick Lamar and dress weird and wear bell bottoms. Like, no, it need to be everybody. Y'all need to stop making yourself and minimizing yourself into little phenotypes and shit like that in the black community too. Oh, we got the gangsters, the hood dudes, the street dudes, this dude, that dude. Like, stop doing this shit, bro. We're at the end of the day, we're all FBA, foundational black Americans. Descendants of slavery. We need to be trying to figure out what we was doing before we got over here, or before we was these people came over here actually unaliving our people, making our people walk to unknown lands, literally decapitating our people, genocide, taking our women, raping them, treating our people like dogs, breeding them.
Bring forth happiness in our marriage. So she says, you know what? I'm gonna be pleased to dwell. I'm pleased with you keeping the commandments. Let's do this as a family. Okay, read on. And she be pleased to dwell with him. Let him not put her away. See, you don't have to put a woman like that away because she's compliant. She's submissive. She's going along with what you set up. She's in one mind and one accord with you. And that's fine. Read. And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not. Come on. And if he be pleased to dwell with her. Sometimes the woman will come into the truth first and the husband won't believe. But he'll be pleased to dwell, meaning he'll do everything required in order to maintain that relationship. Okay, if I don't keep these commandments, me and her are not going to be able to be together, but I love her. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep the commandments. We've seen situations like this, people coming to the truth like this, and eventually the man starts to catch on. The man starts to catch on, and the spirit jumps on him. The spirit jumps on the man. Now he starts prophesying. He starts being able to teach. Okay, he gets built up. We've seen these things. All right, read on. Let her not leave him. Don't leave him. All right. But see, you know what some people do? They'll come into the truth and they'll see another brother or another sister, and yeah, they got a spouse that don't believe, but they're trying, they're working on it. You know what I'm saying? They're building up slowly, but they ain't moving fast enough for you. and you see this other brother, and you see this other sister, and you want them. So you kick them to the curb real quick. You become real impatient with them because you see somebody else you want.
Still in the world.
Don't be like that. That's wicked. It's evil. Don't be that way. All right? Be patient. Be patient. Give them time. Just as the Lord gave you time, give them time to get themselves together. And if they get themselves together, then that's your wife. That's your husband. But if not, if they decide, you know what, one day I don't want to do this. You know, I've been half stepping up for a while. I've been faking it. It just ain't working for me. Okay then. All right, read.
For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean.
And that's what the battle a lot of our people going through that have women that had women outside the truth and had children with them, and now you're trying to bring your kid. Your kids are unclean. There's nothing you're gonna be able to do. Okay? No, 20 years, hell no. That's too long. So this is the thing. A sister asked, she said, how long should you wait? How much time? 20 years? No, sister, not 20 years. Okay. These questions cannot be answered over the internet. I don't know you. I don't know your situation. Every situation is different. So what you would need to do is you would need to go to your local congregation and get counsel that'll be tailored to your specific situation. There's not a one-size-fits-all thing. Some people may be 6 months. Some people may be 2 years. Okay? A spirit may be trying, and you can't just cast them out for trying, but it still may not work out in the end, or it may work out in the end. But you got to put in that full effort and give them a chance. See, some people don't want to give them a chance because you can't stand that Negro's guts.
Hey, yo, thank you for hitting the like button, man.
It is what it is. But
I wasn't even looking at the chat. Yo, thank you for hitting the like button. If you're hitting the like button, smashing the like button, that gets me into the algorithm and that helps my channel move forward. And I appreciate everything that I could get, man. I appreciate it.
If they're putting forth effort to try to keep the commandments, be patient with them. But ultimately, you need to go to your local congregation and receive some counsel.
I ain't even paying attention.
All right. Now, where was we at? What verse? All right, read that.
Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy.
Else were your children unclean, but now they are holy. So once the husband and the wife are on the same page, this proves that being pleased to dwell doesn't mean that they don't bother you while you keep the commandments and they do what they want to do. No, because then the kids will be confused because daddy's doing this and mama's doing something else. Okay? The kids will be confused.
You know how the black community is so messed up? It's because our community is confused. We are confused, but instead of in the Bible, in Deuteronomy chapter 28, read the whole chapter, not the verse. Not just the verse. Read, if you black, you never read Deuteronomy chapter 28 in your life, you living wrong. You need to be reading Deuteronomy chapter 28 so you can see our people being confused has already been prophesied. You confused as a black person out here in America, following the way of the white liberal. You are confused. You are lost. So the mama be following one way and the daddy be following another way. Or the mama be following the way of the Most High and the daddy be following the way of the streets and stupid kill your people until y'all all disintegrate way. Stupid gang culture, big Meech. I ain't do it. Yes, you did. We see it in paperwork. Well, I'm still a real one that stand by the... Shut up, nigga.
This shows that being pleased to dwell, meaning they both agree on keeping the commandments in the household.
Dumbass niggas out here looking up to you and
follow that standard. That's what pleased to dwell means. So now the children are clean because now y'all are on one accord. Y'all are on the same page. The same holy days are being kept.
Get right with
God. Not one
person's
doing Christmas and the other one's doing Hanukkah. Or one person's doing Easter and the other one's doing Passover. No, everybody in the house is keeping Passover. Everybody in the house is keeping Feast of First Fruits. Everybody in the house is keeping Tabernacles. All right? So now the children are clean. But the children become unclean when one parent is doing Christmas, the other parent is doing Feast of Dedication. Okay? So that's unclean. That's confusion. All right, the child's gonna grow up confused, not knowing what they should do.
Right.
All right, read on. Else were your what?
Else were your children unclean,
Mm-hmm.
but now are they holy. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart.
But if that unbelieving spouse leaves, let him leave. Read.
A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases.
You gotta read into the mic for the OBS. How long you was doing that? All right, read it again.
A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases.
Right, a brother or sister is not under bondage in such cases because why? When you are dealing with an unbelieving wife, we're in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, and what verse was that?
Verse 15.
Verse 15. Okay.
I know I got women. I be having women watch my videos. Unbelieving spouse, regardless.
I don't know what happened.
Unbelieving spouse.
Huh? Yeah. All right. So somebody scribe, please, so we can stay up on the up and up. Okay. Now read that verse again.
Verse 15. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart.
Thank y'all for hitting the like button,
A
man. I
brother
appreciate
or
it,
a
man.
sister is not under
Everybody that hit
bondage
the like
in
button
such
help my
cases.
channel get
See,
to
you're
the
not bound to
algorithm.
that spirit because God
And I
didn't join
appreciate
that
every single like, every
confused
single
marriage
view,
together.
everything, man.
God didn't join an unbeliever and a believer together. God did.
I appreciate it for real.
Huh? He was. Yeah. All right. So somebody scribe, please, so we can stay up on the up and up. Okay. Now read that verse again.
Verse 15. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart.
Let him depart.
A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases.
See, you're not bound to that spirit because God didn't join that confused marriage together. God didn't join an unbeliever and a believer together. God didn't join that together. Read.
But God hath called us to peace.
God called us to be in peace and harmony in our marriages. If there's no peace in the marriage, y'all need to go get some counsel. Okay? Don't just start making rash decisions and breaking up marriages and doing all this type of stuff without counsel. Before you depart, get some counsel. But see, a lot of times people already got their mind made up on what they want to do. So the counsel come from their own mind. And then next thing you know, you're in trouble. You done caught up.
Right. And married her. And it
Deuteronomy 24, verse 1. The bill of divorce. This is what Christ is quoting, where he got it from. All right, Deuteronomy 24.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 24, verse 1. When a man
Moses is Christ's world OG. Moses is Christ's worldly OG. So when Christ was born, he was reading the scribes of Moses because he's a Jew. He's an Israelite. Black people need to understand in America, we are FBA. We are Israelites. This is our real life heritage.
taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his
one. Give me that. Give me that in Deuteronomy. That's 24. Deuteronomy 24, verse 1.
Deuteronomy 24, verse 1. Deuteronomy chapter 24.
This is what Christ is quoting, where he got it from. All right, Deuteronomy 24.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 24, verse 1. When a man hath taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes.
He don't like her no more.
Because he hath found some uncleanness in her.
There's something about her he don't like no more. He's got, what's it called?
A witch.
It's called post-nut clarity. That's what he's got. That's what a lot of you brothers get. You brothers, you go out and you deal with a woman, and then after you complete, then all of the common sense starts to come back, and you start to realize, like, what the heck did I do? This woman ain't no wife material. She just looks nice. But outside of that, what do we have now? Nothing. I can't stand her guts. She don't know how to be quiet.
Listen, bro. This is real. Women don't understand this because they aren't men. As soon as some of y'all realize men and women think different, your whole life gonna change. And it's not like a bashing type of thing where we're saying, oh, because that's how women look at it. You can tell by what they say. They gonna get mad because I'm saying this. Men and women think different. There's men who have a good way of thinking, and there's men that got a bad way of thinking, just like the same for women, vice versa. But women go for a certain type of man that isn't good for them, just like how men go for a certain type of woman that's not good for them. They about to break it down.
This is just, she just looks nice. But outside of that, what do we have now?
Just looks nice. She just looks nice. But inside, she is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Nothing. I can't stand her guts. She don't know how to be quiet. She don't know how to be submissive. She don't know how to cook. She don't know how to do nothing outside of put it down in the bedroom. So you can't have sex 24 hours a day. So then what else you do? You stuck with a headache. So
See, but this man don't understand. And that's explaining right here. He's explaining from a man's standpoint. Some of these women do have sex all day. Some of these women do have sex all day. Some of these women get paid from having sex all day. That's some of them. That's the only thing they ever did in life. I met a woman like that. She's dead serious. She's like, I never had a job before. I just like she literally got paid from having sex all day. So for some women, they feel like that is that's their worth, and they're right. Their worth is getting naked for everybody, having sex all day, being um a prostitute. Or they don't like to say that. They like to say an escort or whatever. They try to I'm an escort. I'm this and that and the third. I'm a bottle girl or whatever. They get money off of them being sexy and having sex all day and whatever, right? That's their worth. That's what they do. Even if they say they're not doing that, and that's what they're doing. And that's okay. But that will diminish one day. What are you going to do that until when? You're 40 years old and you're 50 years old, you're 60 years old, you're still going to be doing that. And some will. That's the crazy part. Some will be doing that at 50, 60 years old. Like, no cap. This is what they're going to be doing. All right, so you're going to be 70 years old doing it. All right, so do you really think that this is safe? They don't think that this is, they don't never think that, oh, I'm going to get a stalker. This guy's going to stalk me and then he's just going to come unalive me. They don't never think that. They don't never think that they could get arrested. They don't ever think that they could, uh, you know what I'm saying? Something catastrophic will happen to them. These are the women that's always in domestic violence situations and all types of stuff. They're not following the Most High. They're following the ways of this wicked world. And they like it. This is why when y'all see these women out here, a dude just go across their face and beating her ass, don't say nothing. Because she could call the police just like anybody else. So she has the ability to call the police. Let her call the police. You be then going over there and beat this dude up, and then you go back out there the next day. She with the same dude that you just was trying to. She didn't call the police on him and everything. This dude and got out of jail and went right back into her house. Like, this is the life that they're living and they want to live. So don't try to save them. Let the Most High, let Christ do what they have to do. Let the angels do what they got to do. Let life do what they got to do so they can understand the truth out here. I just seen a woman say yesterday, she don't want to what she said? She said she don't want a spiritual man or something. They only thing they know how to do is differentiate shit into little sections, and oh, you are this type of person, you are that type of person, and this type of like it's not even like that. Everybody in the earth, we all complex people, very complex. Everybody's like a diamond in the rough. God did that for a reason. But women, they like to be hive minded. They like to be hive minded. Everything has to be perfect when you're dealing with a woman, especially in the Western hemisphere, because they look up to what did they grow up on? Disney, princesses. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important to keep your son into sports, into team building, because what they're trying to do today, they're trying to make our children soft, our boys especially. So they have to learn team building, and if they're not doing that, they're going in the black community, they're gonna learn how to kill each other. That's what they're teaching our people. You know what I'm saying? They're teaching our people to move fast, live fast, die young. There's not a guarantee that the plane that you in is gonna make it. There's not a guarantee that you're gonna jump out in these streets, unalive somebody, not go to jail, make it as a rapper, come back to the city, unalive somebody else, hop on a plane, unalive somebody. Like, there's not a chance that you're gonna make it and just be free out here living alive, let alone not be in jail. People don't even look at it that way. Some people walking around out here, they don't even understand that they are a part of America. So that means if they say we going to war with Canada, that means you are a part of America and we're going to war with Canada. So you might see some motherfucker getting unalived, uh, a bomb blowing up your whole city. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Do you know what that means? Some people don't know what that means, bro. And y'all gotta understand. Some people not cognitive of what's going on every day in the world. So when this dude say, um, you just can't have sex all day. There's women out here that's they whole get up. That's their whole life. She's about to literally have sex all day. Even if she doing something like this is her life, like her whole life is built around this. They call that motion. See, I gotta understand who y'all dealing with out here. It's the same thing from the Bible. We just got phones and technology and all this stuff, so we think we smarter, we think we quicker, we think we more, you know what I'm saying? We think we moving faster and we doing more. No, we doing the same thing they was doing in the Bible. Those prostitutes in the Bible. So we gotta understand what we doing today, bro, is no different. It's no different from what they was doing in Christ's time. If you're a black person, especially, the Bible got all the answers that you need.
Then brothers start to have that clarity after the fact, and then now they want to put her away. Nah, I got to get me a real woman. I got to get me a woman that's gonna be able to take care of me. There was a video I was watching about a brother said guts. She don't know how to be quiet. She don't know how to be submissive.
Usually women like that, like he just said, she don't know how to be quiet. She don't know how to be this or not submissive and all that. She usually get with a dude that's just like that. And he act like a bitch and he be beating her ass.
Telling you, chapter 24, verse 1. When a man hath taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes,
He don't like her no more.
because he hath found some uncleanness in her.
There's something about her he don't like no more. He's got what's it called? It's called post nut clarity. That's what he's got.
Really
that's what a lot of you brothers get. You brothers, you go out and you deal with a woman, and then after you complete, then all of the common sense starts to come back, and you start to realize, like, what the heck did I do? This woman ain't no wife material. This is she just looks nice. But outside of that, what do we have now? Nothing. I can't stand her guts. She don't know how to be quiet. She don't know how to be submissive. She don't know how to cook. She don't know how to do nothing outside of put it down in the bedroom. So you can't have sex 24 hours a day. So then what else you do? You stuck with a headache. So then brothers start to have that clarity after the fact. And then now they want to put her away. Nah, I got to get me a real woman. I got to get me a woman that's going to be able to take care of me. There was a video I was watching about a brother said, I think it might have been Kevin Samuels. He said, it might not have been Kevin Samuels. I can't remember. But it said, sister, you can be fine as wine. You can be beautiful. And a man, he'll talk to you, he'll entice you, he'll take you out on a date. He'll sex you up, right? He'll do all these things to you. But at the end of the day, he won't marry you. You'll go out and get all of this surgery done, these tummy tucks.
But there's women out here that be with a dude like that, and that dude will be married to somebody else. Isn't that something, y'all? Life is crazy, man. When I tell you life is crazy, people are crazy. It's some real shiesty ass people out here, men and women. To whereas I feel like you have to really be careful who y'all mess with. And I feel like women purposely, like, I feel like some women are just like, they just touch the stove because they like they little kids, like, I just want to see if it's really hot. I know they told me don't touch it. I know I seen the flames bursting out the fucking stove, but I just want to touch it to make sure that it's hot and it will burn me for sure. Like, some of them just keep doing it over and over and over again. So it's like, well, damn, what the fuck? You see them all burnt up, like, damn, what the... And they still doing it, and that's how some women really are, bro. They really do fall off. They really do be what they call it, over the hill. And they really do be looking like ran through. Like,
these butt lifts, all of this stuff done, and he'll just hit it, he won't marry you, and he'll go marry a woman that looked like a Teletubby.
Right.
Because she's submissive. I can't remember who said that. Somebody said that. He said he'll go out and he'll marry the woman that's built like a Teletubby. She don't got all of the Brazilian butt lifts and the breast augmentations and all this tummy tucks and butt lifts and stuff. She don't got all that surgery and stuff done that you done went through hell to get. But he won't marry you. He'll marry the woman who don't got all that stuff down.
Because the woman that don't got all that stuff, she actually love herself. It's a difference when you actually love yourself. And you can say, "Oh, I did it for me. I didn't care what you think it is." I was like, I loved how you look. I like how you look. You want to go do this and cut. I want to do this. I want to get this procedure. I want to go cut my BBL and all this other shit. All right, cool. But I like how you look right now. Oh, I don't like it. That's not what you think. All right. You damn sure Skippy. But I'm just saying, like, the one that he said looked like a Teletubby, that's the one that actually love herself. And don't need no white liberal scraping their insides out.
And she, instead of a well-set stomach, hers is ripped, like the scriptures say. She got a belly on her. Her butt may not be as big, but her mouth and the words that she can speak to her husband, she speak life into her man. She knows how to take care of a house. She knows how to treat a husband. She knows how to raise up children. She's marriage material. She has integrity. You know for a fact that if you leave the house, she's gonna hold it down. She ain't gonna be sneaking another Negro up in there while you gone at work.
Peace of mind.
A peace of mind. But I'm telling you, a woman who got...
Yeah, man. They keep showing us fucking game. These stupid ass kids can't fucking get a fucking rebound. Sorry, y'all.
Who's coming in the driveway?
Yeah, I gotta start posting these wins, but it's like if I focus on my wins and what I did yesterday, y'all, I'm not gonna be able to even. So I'm gonna post some shit today, and I'm gonna just leave you. You do what y'all do what y'all do with that. I'm gonna post something today, and I'm just y'all do what y'all do with it, man. Because y'all gotta see what's going on, and it's getting crazy. But if I sit up here and focus on what happened yesterday, man, I'm gonna be a loser today, man. I gotta focus on today. I gotta focus on right now. I gotta get this bag right now, today. I can't focus on yesterday, last week, last year, because I did that already, man. You feel me? The real ones know. Y'all leave a like, comment, and subscribe, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. And if y'all got something that's holding you back, let it go. It'll come back if it's real. We gotta focus on what we gotta focus on. Don't let nobody put you in a box and make you feel like you gotta focus on what they trying to make you focus on and all that. Man, fuck that shit. You either with me or you not. You're either with me or against me. That's where I'm at right now in my life. You either with me or against me. I don't give a fuck. You either with me or you motherfucking against me.
Here on Tuesday, February 18th. We're going to break down almost every game on the slate. We're going to look at bets on the
be
side.
About your life, man. You can't play around, man. You either with me or against me. Get on or get off. Because we're not playing around with our life, man. We're not letting nobody play in our face. And it's, yeah, bro. Because you really look at the stats, it be whole stats sitting up there talking about you don't even give a fuck about me. Let's pull up the stats. And the stats show that you don't give a fuck about me. And when you see the stats and you see, it's real life stats that people don't give a fuck about you. You the one that's showing up. You the only one that give a fuck. You the only one that's looking out. Find somebody that look out how you look out for people. That love on people how you love on people. A lot of people don't give a fuck about you, man. It's life. They'll be back around when what happened when Travis Kelce was in the Super Bowl? His whole ex was there. Travis Kelce in the whole Super Bowl, his ex there. When everything going good, they'll be back around no matter what. So make sure everything going good. Right. Talk about what I did that was good when I came through. Because they'll move the goalpost for the next person and this and that third. They could show up sometime and they could do what they want to do and not give a fuck sometime. And like, nah, bro. I'm on a different standard because you already know what time it is. I'm blessed by the Most High.
Likes, we cracked 900. Once we get to 1,000, we will.
I'm blessed by the Most High. So they already hold me to a different standard. It's already like, come on, man, stop it. You gotta know you one of them ones. I'm one of them ones for real. Not for fake, for real. Bitch, we got the cheat code. It's not even fair no more. They getting mad. It's not even fair no more. I'm just telling you the truth. Turn your pennies into hundreds. You turn your pennies into hundreds. You gotta pay attention of. And I'm telling you, man, it's guaranteed. And you don't believe me, but you want to believe that you could get on a plane and make it every day. You can get on a plane for 3 days out the week, and you ain't nothing gonna happen. You don't know what the fuck gonna happen. Sit up here listening to these white people if you want to. It's always plane crashes. When you go up, motherfucker, there ain't no guarantee. When you walk out your house door, it ain't no guarantee. You gotta understand what's going on around this bitch. Man, I seen that USA Canada game. I see what's going on around this bitch. Y'all don't like America? Fuck y'all. Fuck everybody that don't like America, bitch.
Interesting. What you take on the Creighton
I'm FBA B1 and we getting our reparations. Y'all mad? Y'all mad? Y'all stay mad. We getting our reparations. It don't matter if we blow it all on motherfucking Hennessy and Cadillac. It don't matter in Jordans. It don't matter what my people do with the goddamn reparations. Just know it's going to be in our economy. It's not going to be in Ukraine. It's not going to be in Mexico. It's not going to be in goddamn Guatemala, Venezuela. Goddamn, it's not going to be in Africa. It's not going to be in Bernie. It's not going to be in Bernie Sanders' pocket. It's not going to be in motherfucking Kamala Harris' pocket. It's going to be in our communities. And we're going to be fixing our communities. And our shit going to be all state of the art, everything, every inner city in America is just going to be looking like Japan when Trump get done with his motherfucking run. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if he say, oh, you could be the president until you get voted out. It ain't no more 4 years. I don't give 8 years. I don't give a fuck. And y'all liberals could go cry, nigga. Y'all mad at Elon Musk because he exposing these motherfuckers. How they stealing our money for real, stealing our tax dollars. Y'all just mad. Yeah, he's rich. Elon Musk is a bad person. And his son said a curse word. And shut the fuck up. Y'all pussies. And weirdos. Them Democrats don't give a fuck about y'all. Sitting up here marching in the street with these motherfuckers, man. I'm about to show y'all these motherfuckers in a minute, man. But they not even important. It's not even important to show y'all some motherfucking bald head dummy walking in the street with some white people that don't give a fuck about them. Talking about keeping a goddamn DEI program and you the last recipient on there. And then it's black men. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. You talking, these niggas got whole statistics showing you like, man, that's just real facts. Because they take everybody's census and they know who the fuck and where the fuck everybody at and who they is. You think they don't because you an idiot.
Or anything you see here. As always, our favorite picks will be in the pinned comment down below. Now let's get into our first game of the day. We've got an interesting one, guys. We've got the Villanova Wildcats going on the road to take on the Creighton Huskies. Villanova comes into this game 15-11 on the season, so not cruising, but they've been playing well. They'd won 3 in a row, a massive win against St. John's, a 2-point thriller win there, but they followed up with a bad one, guys. A pretty bad loss there to go on the road and lose against Providence, and it wasn't even that close. They ended up losing that game, but it was 13 points, so yeah, not a very good showing. We've liked what we've seen from this team at times this season, but they are very, very dependent on Eric Dixon just playing out of his mind. The dude's averaging 23.2 points per game, but that shooting percentage is dropping. He's down to 46% from the field, and I don't know, this offense overall just pretty top heavy. They're only averaging 74.8 points per game, so that's not, like shooting the lights out. The rebounding numbers, not great. The defense, also not that amazing. So we'll see what they do here. This is the second time they faced UConn this season. The first time we saw Villanova come away with a 2-point win. Now they got to go on the road, so that could make things quite a bit more complicated. So we'll see what they can do here. I mean, UConn comes into this game 17-8 on the season. They're fresh off of a crazy, crazy upset loss. They ended up losing by only a single point there at Seton Hall. Yeah, it took overtime, but man, Isaiah Coleman putting up 23 points, and yeah, Scotty Middleton tipping in his own missed shot with 3 seconds left in overtime gives the Seton Hall Pirates the big upset win. So they'll definitely take that, but man, UConn, that is not a good look for a team that, had some aspirations. They were playing well, but yeah, that was a tough one. That was definitely a tough one. So they're in a huge bounce back spot here against Villanova. Solo Ball's having a good season, almost 15 points per game, shooting 45% from the field. Very little wrong with that. This is a good offensive team, 84th in the nation. The defensive numbers are respectable. Their rebounding numbers Also, not something to write home about, but this team really moves the ball well on offense, guys. They're actually 8th in the nation, averaging 18.1 assists per game. So, some positives to look at there for sure for UConn. The odds makers love the Huskies here. They're 8.5-point favorites. We've got a total of 139.5. Villanova 2-6 against spread on the road, 16-9-1 to the over. UConn 4-7-1 against spread at home, 13-11-1 to the over as well. In terms of the total here, guys, I mean, 139.5. I could wrap my head around that. I could take an over there. That's not a problem for me. But I really think you want to be on UConn to get the, pretty much the double-digit win in this game. I think, being in a huge bounce-back spot, we're going to see a maximum effort game from them. They really, losing to Seton Hall, guys, that is not supposed to be happening. So I think we'll see them bounce back big time here. And, they're in a revenge spot against a team that beat them earlier in the season. So this is definitely a game where I'm penciling in UConn to get a comfortable win and cover. Next up, guys, we're headed out to the MAC. We've got Miami, Ohio, going on the road to take on Eastern Michigan. The Redhawks come into this game 19-6 on the year. They are cruising. They're fresh off a tough loss, though, guys. They lost to WMU, not a team they're supposed to be losing games to. It was on the road. They did lose by 8, though, so kind of a, not I'm going to say convincing loss, but definitely a loss there that they would not have expected to take. I mean, over the course of the season, this has been a very good team. 81.4 points per game. That's 32nd in the nation. Cam Kraft leading the way with 14.3 per game. Nothing crazy there, but I don't know. I mean, Peter Suter might be the better player.
But it'd be so many games, bro. I just find like 8 games that you really give a fuck about, man. Cause it'd be so many games. I don't know how. Like I want to, man. Cause I didn't hit it 212 legs in a row. 24 legs. Going crazy. Every game. That shit smacking, nigga. 24 legs, bro. That shit blew my mind. It's possible, y'all. It's possible, but it's so hard to really keep up with all the games at one time. And when you in my class, I'm gonna show you why you need to keep up with them because you got to do it when you got free time and when you able to, like, if you're gonna do certain methods, like if you're gonna do longer legs, like and that's the thing though. Everybody people do longer legs all the time. Like when they not like people do longer legs and then just and come look at it and see like if they hit the next day. Like I know people that be like, oh yeah, I put a bet in last night. I checked the next day to see if I won. I'm like, what you mean check the next day to see if you won? Like this how people bet. And this is like I seen another video this dude was talking about it and he said something that was true though. Sports betting, it is still like hold on, y'all. Lighter. Sports betting it is still new, right? So people don't really know what they're doing yet. So when you get in my Patreon, I'm gonna show you, how to do this shit. I appreciate everybody that subscribed to my YouTube and be watching my channel, man. Yeah, I don't know how much it means to me, but let's get back to work though. And I'm gonna explain what he talked about too, because I know it sounded like some another language. Because when I used to listen to people talk like this, I didn't know what the fuck they was talking about either. It just sounded like they were speaking another language.
As always, our favorite picks will be in the pinned comment down below. Now let's get into our first game of the day. We've got an interesting one, guys. We've got the Villanova Wildcats going on the road to take on the Creighton Huskies.
All right, I don't know why he just messed up the team's mascots, but we got UConn versus Villanova.
Villanova comes into this game 15-11 on the season, so not cruising, but
all right. So Villanova ass, and then UConn. They saying UConn gonna win the game by 9 points. Right? I'm really dropping game on here, man. Y'all gotta get the Patreon. Cause I'll just start dropping game and spilling sauce. I might be having haters that don't hit the like button or don't like me on here. No, I'm just playing, man. They said UConn's gonna win by 9 points. So when y'all see these numbers and they say spread and they say all of that 8.5 shit, just think of the next number higher up. Just think 9. When you see 8.5, just think 9. Don't even allow yourself to think any other number. Just think when you see 8.5, think 9. When you see 9.5, you think 10. When you see 6.5, you think 7. That's how sports bookies talk. 8.5 mean 9. And I know it's not right. And you're gonna notice a lot of times they say stuff that's not true. On when you look in your sports book, everything that you see on there not true. There's a lot of fake shit, so you gotta see through that shit. The total when you see total, 139.5, that means 140 points. Both teams will score up to 140 points. So they would have to score, for example, 70 points each to win that total over. Now, if they don't score 70 points each or amount to 140 points, they will go under. So if they only scored 66, if the score was 66 to 65, or nah, that would actually be over. But if the score was 58 to 52, that would be under 139.5.
They've been playing well. They've won 3 in a row, a massive win against St. John's, a 2-point thriller win there, but they followed up with a bad one, guys. A pretty bad loss there to go on the road and lose against Providence. And it wasn't even that close. They ended up losing that game, but it was 13 points. So, yeah, not a very good showing. We've liked what we've seen from this team at times this season, but they are very, very dependent on Eric Dixon just playing out of his mind. The dude's averaging 23.2 points per game, but that shooting percentage is dropping. He's down to 46% from the field, and I don't know, this offense overall, just pretty top heavy. They're only averaging 74.8 points per game, so that's not, like shooting the lights out. The rebounding numbers, not great. The defense, also not that amazing. So we'll see what they do here. This is the second time they faced UConn this season. The first time we saw Villanova come away with a 2-point win. Now they got to go on the road, so that could make things quite a bit more complicated. So we'll see what they can do here. I mean, UConn comes into this game 17-8 on the season. They're fresh off of a crazy, crazy upset loss. They ended up losing by only a single point there at Seton Hall. Yeah, it took overtime, but man, Isaiah Coleman putting up 23 points, and yeah, Scotty Middleton tipping in his own missed shot with 3 seconds left in overtime gives the Seton Hall Pirates the big upset win. So they'll definitely take that, but man, UConn, that is not a good look for a team that, had some aspirations. They were playing well, but yeah, that was a tough one. That was definitely a tough one. So they're in a huge bounce back spot here against Villanova. Solo Ball's having a good season, almost 15 points per game, shooting 45% from the field. Very little wrong with that. This is a good offensive team, 84th in the nation. The defensive numbers are respectable. Their rebounding numbers, also not something to write home about, but this team really moves the ball well on offense, guys. They're actually 8th in the nation, averaging 18.1 assists per game. So some positives to look at there for sure for UConn. The odds makers love the Huskies here. They're 8.5-point favorites. We've got a total of 139.5. Villanova 2-6 against spread on the road, 16-9-1 to the over. UConn 4-7-1 against spread at home, 13-11-1 to the over as well. In terms of the
yeah, they're not winning by 9. Yeah, they're not beating them by 9. They just lost to Seton Hall. OU versus Gators.
So a 3-point loss has to feel
OU versus Gators
to take on number 2
Florida. Hold on. Oh my God. Now everybody on the Gators. See, look, watch this, right? They talking about some Florida Gators about to beat Oklahoma basketball today by 16 points. No, 15 points. It was 14.5. 15 points. But just a couple weeks ago, nobody was this high on the Gators. Nobody cared about what they was doing. And they was scraping niggas, going crazy, dropping like 90 points and shit. So now they're saying that they're going to beat Oklahoma by 16 points. Come on, man.
SEC. The Sooners come into this game 16-9 on the year, but they're riding a 4-game losing streak. They just lost a 3-point game there against LSU. Oklahoma's at home for that one. Definitely a game that would have been hoping they could win against, one of the other bottom dwellers there in the SEC, but they couldn't quite get the job done in that one. So a 3-point loss has to feel kind of brutal. I mean, yeah, we saw Carter score 7 of his career high 29 points in the last 20 seconds.
See, look, bro, he talks so fast, bro. I didn't even hear what he said, bro.
Is rolling right along through a very very respectable slate, guys. We've got Oklahoma going on the road to take on number 2 Florida out there in the SEC. The Sooners come into this game 16-9.
Yo, Florida is number 2 now. Yeah, they caught on, man. They've been caught on like last week. Florida is number 2 in the nation now, boy. Stop playing with them boys. Boys trying to tear somebody shit up. Oh my God. Everybody thought it was Alabama this, Alabama. Man, Florida out here tearing shit up, boy. Stop playing. I'm gonna play that shit again. I'm just let it play.
And it's just like that, guys. Eastern Michigan in a huge letdown spot after that win against Toledo. So definitely give me Miami of Ohio on this one. This game has a chance to be one of my big bet plays. Rolling right along through a very respectable slate, guys. We've got Oklahoma going on the road to take on number 2 Florida out there in the SEC. The Sooners come into this game 16-9 on the year, but they're riding a 4-game losing streak. They just lost a 3-point game there against LSU. Oklahoma's at home for that one. Definitely a game that would have been hoping they could win against, one of the other bottom dwellers there in the SEC, but they couldn't quite get the job done in that one. So a 3-point loss has to feel kind of brutal. I mean, yeah, we saw Carter score 7 of his career high 29 points in the last 20 seconds to get, LSU the win there. They just did not have any answers. And this Oklahoma team, guys, I don't know, they're good offensively, but the rebounding is just so bad. Jalen Moore, awesome. Seeing somebody put up 17 points per game, shoot 50% from the field, that's great. That's fantastic. But you're 370th in the nation in rebounding. That's not going to cut it. You're also not a very good defensive team, and you got to finish off those defensive possessions with defensive rebounds anyway. Not something this team's very good at. They got blown out at Mizzou. They got blown out at Auburn, and now they got to go on the road here to take on, a very, very tough Florida team. So things not getting easier here for Oklahoma on the road in this spot. I mean, Florida guys, they are 22-3 on the season. They're cruising. They're fresh off an 80-67, so a 21-point win there against South Carolina, a team that's obviously below Oklahoma there in the standings, but still, guys, we're just loving what we're seeing from Walter Clayton Jr. 17.2 points per game, 4.5 assists per game. He's shooting 45% from the field, and he's came back and looked, basically fine after that ankle injury. This team is 14th in the nation in points per game, almost 84 points per contest. They're 4th in rebounding, so they should be able to just crush their opponent on the boards in this one. They're a good assist team, and they play great defense, guys. Giving up 66.5 points per game in the SEC. That is impressive stuff. So looking at the numbers here, Florida definitely deserve to be big favorites, but they're only 15.5-point favorites. We've got a total of 156.5. Oklahoma 2-4 against spread on the road, 14-11 to the over. Florida 9-4 against spread at home, 15-10 to the under. Guys, this is not a look-ahead spot for Florida. They've got LSU on deck, so they're definitely not going to be worried about that. For Oklahoma, we see they've got Mississippi State on deck, so it's a much more look-ahead spot for them, although, they're obviously not looking past the number 2 team in the nation. But regardless, guys, I am taking Florida minus 15.5 in this one. I think they probably win this game by 20+ once again. This squad absolutely cruising. They've got some depth. They're going to have by far the best.
All right, so look, right? Man, hit the like button if you want the sauce, man. I need 3 likes if y'all want the sauce. All right, I'm just gonna keep talking like I don't know what the fuck going on, like I do all the time. Hit the like button if you want this sauce, man. I'm about to tell you something crazy. I gonna be up around this bitch. Let me see 3 likes. No, my shit still say 2 likes. This man just said they about to win by 16 today, Florida. Maybe like 15.5. No. You said Florida about to win by 16 points. Just say what you said.
They've got LSU on deck, so they're definitely not going to be worried about that. For Oklahoma, we see they've got Mississippi State on. This one, they're a good assist team, and they play great defense, guys. Giving up 66.5 points per game in the SEC. That is impressive stuff. So looking at the numbers here, Florida definitely deserve to be big favorites, but they're only 15.5-point favorites. We've got a total of 156.5. Oklahoma 2-4 against spread on the road, 14-11 to the over. Florida 9-4 against spread at home, 15-10 to the under. Guys, this is not a look-ahead spot for Florida. They've got LSU on deck, so they're definitely not going to be worried about that. For Oklahoma, we see they've got Mississippi State on deck, so it's a much more look-ahead spot for them, although, they're obviously not looking past the number 2 team in the nation. But regardless, guys, I am taking Florida minus 15.5 in this one. I think they probably win this game by 20 plus once again. This squad absolutely cruising. They've got some depth. They're going to have by far the best couple players out on the floor in this game, so give me Florida to get the winning cover here. I think they do so comfortably. Also, they're going to crush on the boards. They're definitely going to crush on the boards. Hey guys, jumping in here with a quick ad break. This is a great time to sign up for StumpTheSpread.com. Signing up for a premium membership gets you access to our top confidence plays on all the major sports. We're currently covering NCAA basketball, the NBA.
Gems, man. I'm dropping gems, man. Hey, I'm dropping gems, man. Y'all heard what my nigga just said. If you know, you know. Florida. Hey, y'all heard what my boy just said. That's what we on today, gangy. Florida. If you know, you know. Hey, if you know, you know, my boy. Better get on that thing, bro. Stop acting like you don't know what's going on in this bitch. Oh yeah, Texas A&M.
5 on the season. They're fresh off a 8-point kind of competitive. Got the number 7 Texas A&M Aggies going on the road to take on the number 21 Mississippi State Bulldogs. Texas A&M 20-5 on the season. They're fresh off a 8-point kind of competitive win there against an Arkansas team that you wouldn't expect them to have too much trouble with, but Arkansas has done some stuff this year. But regardless, it's a win there, so they'll definitely take it. They beat Georgia the game before that, so now the look ahead spots are over. The real main event is here. I mean, taking on a Mississippi State team is no joke. They haven't played them yet this season, so we'll see how things go there. We're loving what we see from Wade Taylor IV right now. 15 points, 5 assists per game. Just very good. This is a deep, deep team. Like, this team can really, I don't know. They're a good team, guys. They're 8th in the nation rebounding, which is just a crazy, crazy number. We saw what was it? Oh, a whole bunch of points. Yeah, 11, 17, 21, 25 points off the bench there for Texas A&M against Arkansas. They only shot 30% from 3 in that game, still won by 8. I expect them to shoot the ball much better than this one. Texas A&M, a monster of a team. Like I said, amazing on the boards, very good defense. The offensive numbers aren't cartoonish, but they're also very, very solid. So we'll see what they do on the road here against the Mississippi State Bulldogs, who come to this game 18-7 on the season. They're fresh off a nice win there at Ole Miss. Thank you, Mississippi State. By the way, we had them plus, 4.5, and they came through for us on our undefeated Saturday last week. But yeah, the 81-71 win there, a nice bounce back after a pretty poor showing.
It's a good game too because they favor Mississippi State because they at home, but that don't matter for Texas A&M, baby. That don't matter for my boy Wade Taylor. Once my son scat up, he's scatting up. It's over. So if they can keep up with him, then maybe Mississippi be, you know what I'm saying? But the spread is favorite for Mississippi State because they at home to win by 3 points. Not because Mississippi State is better than Texas A&M. Texas A&M is that team. Look, listen to what my son said.
Video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Now, guys, back to the game.
Oh yeah, that's my guy channel. Stump the Spread. STUMP the Spread. Stump the Spread. Free sports betting picks. And he posts every day. StumpTheSpread.com.
Next up, guys, we've got another monster showdown out there in the SEC. We've got the number 7 Texas A&M Aggies going on the road to take on the number 21 Mississippi State Bulldogs. Texas A&M 20-5 on the season. They're fresh off a 8-point kind of competitive win there against an Arkansas team that you wouldn't expect them to have too much trouble with, but Arkansas has done some stuff this year. But regardless, it's a win there, so they'll definitely take it. They beat Georgia the game before that, so now the look ahead spots are over. The real main event is here. I mean, taking on a Mississippi State team is no joke. They haven't played them yet this season, so we'll see how things go there. We're loving what we see from Wade Taylor IV right now. 15 points, 5 assists per game. Just very good. This is a deep, deep team. Like, this team can really, I don't know. They're monster showdown out there in the SEC. We've got the number 7 Texas A&M Aggies going on the road to take on the number 21 Mississippi State Bulldogs. Texas A&M 20-5 on the season. They're fresh off a 8-point kind of competitive win there against
I'm trying to hear the rankings
for a free account. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Now, guys, back to the games. Next up, guys, we've got another monster showdown out there in the SEC. We've got the number 7 Texas A&M Aggies going on the road to take on the number 21 Mississippi.
So they saying Texas A&M is 7, Texas A&M, they've been grinding, bro. They really deserve that ranking at 7. But it's Mississippi State. They like a 20 something. He said 20 something ranking. And this is just national rankings. It really don't matter because number one and lose to Bus Bumblefuck. They lose to goddamn Illinois State University, ICDC College. Goddamn Duke just lost to ICDC College. You be like, God damn it, Duke just lost to these. I just put my whole check on Duke. Nigga, you said take Duke. They just lost to ICDC College, nigga. Like, you'll be bad as a bitch. But, bro, this is just that like, nobody cares because then Duke will lose to them. And then they'd be like, all right, next week Duke will be ranked number 6. You'd be like, how the fuck is Duke ranked 6th in the nation? They just lost to ICDC College the other day. Because don't nobody care. It's still Duke. And you still got to go into, you know what I'm saying, the arena. You still got to go into Mississippi State and beat them. So, and you know, that shit be spooking these college players. They, you know what I'm saying, they be spooked when they be hearing, you know, they be louder and how they be having student sections and shit. They be screaming and shit. So, but Texas A&M, I don't think this is going to phase them, man. So this is a good line too, man. Texas A&M, man. I don't want to hear all that other shit. It's Texas A&M. Texas A&M at halftime. Dropping gems. Ooh, Purdue versus Michigan State. See, they fronting on Purdue because Purdue lost. So they saying Purdue is going to lose by 4 points to Michigan State. I don't know about that. But Purdue, I don't know. I don't know, Purdue. Y'all been looking ass. Y'all been looking ass, Purdue. I don't know. But I knew y'all was ass, but y'all been winning because y'all been giving that boy that ball. Y'all been giving that, what's his number 4? Y'all been giving that tall boy, that forward. Y'all been giving y'all forward that ball, and he been scoring that ball. I think he played a 4 and a 5. Let's see what he say.
Too freaked out by.
I got to keep on using him inside.
94-84 loss against Wisconsin. They've actually
this game not going over 148.5 points. See, they be doing this. They be playing around with this number. See, a team they know not about to go over like that. Like it's 149. Almost one. Like this game not going over 149. Purdue versus Michigan State. They about to be playing defense. They about to this game not about to be going over 149.
dropped 2 in a row now. They lost that heartbreaker 2-point game at Michigan. Now they lost against Wisconsin. It doesn't get any easier here now having to go on the road to take on Michigan State. In that loss against Wisconsin, guys, I mean, a high-scoring game, no doubt about it. They couldn't defend the three-point line. Purdue shot the lights out, though, shot 45.5% from 3. They, shot the ball relatively well from the free throw line. They actually had a slight rebounding edge and still find a way to lose this game down the stretch. The defense just wasn't there. Wisconsin shot 61.5% from the field in general against Purdue. It's not going to work, guys. You're going to have to play better defense than that. If you don't, things are just not going to work out for you. So we'll see how it.
Hold on, Purdue
shot 45.5% from 3. They, shot the ball relatively well from the free throw line. They actually had a slight rebounding edge and still find a way to lose this game down the stretch. The defense just wasn't there. Wisconsin shot 61.5% from the field in general against Purdue. It's not going to work, guys. You're going to have to play better defense than that. If you don't, things are just not going to work out for you. So we'll see how it goes, see if they can pick up that defensive pressure a little bit in this one. This has not been a great defensive team over the course of the season. They've been fine, don't get me wrong, but those rebounding numbers are certainly a concern in basically any matchup, guys. They were 351st in the nation in rebounding. That's not great. Obviously, all the other numbers look very, very good. Great ball movement. I mean, Trey Kaufman-Renn, a monster. Braden Smith, an absolute monster. So we like what we've seen from this team overall this season, but lately the issues have started to crop up. So we'll see if they can solve those issues on the road in this one, going up against a Michigan State Spartans team that's 20-5 on the year, 14th in the nation. They're fresh off of a nice road win at Illinois, winning that game 79-65. So a pretty dominant showing in that one. They lost against Indiana the game before that. So it was a bounce back spot, and they've been a little bit off their game as of late. So this is a big spot for them to, show they are back on the horse, show that they're back playing well. Tom Izzo getting that record-breaking win, passing Bobby Knight. That's cool. That's very cool. This team, guys, very good.
Man, I need to pay attention, man. Now he's talking about some Tom Izzo about to be his record-breaking win. To see stuff like that, you gotta pay attention to in sports betting because that make a team want to win, and then they be super extra focused and making sure they win it because it's their coach 100th game or a player about to get his 50,000th point or something crazy like, you know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure, like, because that's an edge.
Michigan State. The Boilermakers come into this game fresh off a tough 94-84 loss against Wisconsin. They've actually dropped 2 in a row now. They lost that heartbreaker 2-point game at road. That's a pretty good win. They beat Oklahoma on the road. Like, I don't think they're going to be too freaked out by this road spot. Next on the docket, guys, we're headed over to the Big Ten. We've got number 13 Purdue going on the road to take on number 14 Michigan State. The Boilermakers come into this game fresh off a tough 94-84 loss against Wisconsin. They've actually dropped
92-84. Michigan and Purdue scored 84 points. Hey. Purdue, y'all scoring 84? Purdue out there scoring 84 nowadays. See, I haven't been paying attention to y'all since Edie Purdue, so I know y'all in the dumps. I know y'all team not about to go far. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I know y'all team not about to go far, Purdue. Y'all about to lose to Michigan State today. They say y'all about to lose by 4 points. Y'all ain't shit.
2 in a row now. They lost that heartbreaker 2-point game at Michigan. Now they lost against Wisconsin. It doesn't get any easier here now having to go on the road to take on Michigan State.
Nigga, it's Tom Izzo.
Against Wisconsin, guys,
win, nigga. We about to win this game.
No doubt about it, but they couldn't defend the 3-point line. Purdue shot the lights out, though. Shot 45.5% from 3. They, shot the ball relatively well from the free throw line. They actually had a slight rebounding edge and still find a way to lose this game down the stretch. The defense just wasn't there. Wisconsin shot 61.5% from the field in general against Purdue. It's not going to work, guys. You're going to have to play better defense than that. If you don't, things are just not going to work out for you. So we'll see how it goes, see if they can pick up that defensive pressure a little bit in this one. This has not been a great defensive team over the course of the season. They've been fine, don't get me wrong, but those rebounding numbers are certainly a concern in basically any matchup, guys. They were 351st in the nation in rebounding. That's not great. Obviously, all the other numbers look very, very good. Great ball movement. I mean, Trey Kaufman-Renn, a monster. Braden Smith, an absolute monster. So we like what we've seen from this team overall this season, but lately the issues have started to crop up. So we'll see if they can solve those issues on the road in this one, going up against a Michigan State Spartans team that's 20-5 on the year, 14th in the nation. They're fresh off of a nice road win at Illinois, winning that game 79-65. So a pretty dominant showing in that one. They lost against Indiana the game before that, so it was a bounce back spot, and they've been a little bit off their game as of late. So this is a big spot for them to show they are back on the horse. Show
they held Illinois to 65 points.
Basically any matchup, guys. They were 351st in the nation in rebounding. That's not great. Obviously, all the other numbers look very, very good. Great ball movement. I mean, Trey Kaufman-Renn, a monster. Braden Smith, an absolute monster. So we like what we've seen from this team overall this season, but lately the issues have started to crop up. So we'll see if they can solve those issues on the road in this one, going up against a Michigan State Spartans team that's 20-5 on the year, 14th in the nation. They're fresh off of a nice road win at Illinois, winning that game 79-65. So a pretty dominant showing in that one. They lost against Indiana the game before that, so it was a bounce back spot, and they've been a little bit off their game as of late. So this is a big spot for them to show they are back on the horse, show that they're back playing well. Tom Izzo getting that record-breaking win, passing Bobby Knight. That's cool. That's very, very cool. This team, guys, very good season-long average. They are numbers. They are an absolutely elite rebounding team, 17th in the nation. Their scoring numbers very, very good as well. They move the ball really well. I mean, Jeremy Fears Jr., a monster point guard, 6 assists per game. That is
Tom Izzo been doing this shit since I was a baby, bro. Like, it's crazy that he still has a team that's like 14th in the nation. They in a tournament. they got a chance at a national championship. It's the same team that Draymond was on. Like, it's like all the time he has a team like this, and it's crazy.
Absolutely great stuff. So you'll love to see that. Honestly, everything looks really, really good here for Michigan State, and they're playing at home in this game, and that's why they are 3.5-point favorites. We've got a total here of 148.5. Purdue 6-2 against Spread on the road, so a very good road team. They are 16-10 to the over. Michigan State 8-5 against spread at home. They are 16-9 to the under. Not interested in the over/under in this game, guys, but I'm very interested in Michigan State. A lot of games I really like here in the early goings. We'll see which ones end up in the pinned comment. But right now, guys, I definitely think Michigan State is the way to go. I think they're going to dominate this game on the glass, and going up against a very good team, this is a chance for them to prove they've got what it takes. I mean, they do have a bunch of really tough opponents coming up, no doubt about that. But we see Michigan. They've got Michigan State's got tough opponents coming up, and maybe a little bit easier road there for Purdue, but I'm not going to let that scare me off. Give me Michigan State -3.5 in this game. Next up, guys, we're headed to the ACC. We've got Syracuse going on the road to take on Pittsburgh. The Orange not.
So Davidson.
Having, a terrible time, but also they're in what, fourth place? Wouldn't fault you too much for sprinkling the money line if you really want.
Yeah, man, y'all tap in with me, man. Y'all tap in with me, man. All 2025, man.
And we're looking at Loyola Chicago going on the road to take on Davidson. The Ramblers 16-9 on the season, so not having a terrible time, but also they're in what, fourth place?
No. I don't like today lineup like that. I don't like today lineup. Oh, we got some good games. Hold on, we got some good games in the later. It's always the later time. It's always the later time. Yo, later time be hitting. Oh, yeah, later time. Damn. Colorado ass. Let's see what he's talking about with Colorado. Colorado been on some ass shit.
Season, they're still. I mean, they got to win. They finally got to win. They're coming off a win, so it's a letdown spot. Their first letdown spot, it feels like, of the whole season. They got these 76-2. Johnson leading the way for them, but this is a team that.
Colorado, Iowa State. If you're paying attention, if you've been here and you didn't get the whole parlay, man, I've been building a parlay this whole time, so you got to pay attention. So I'm not coming to get nobody, man. You get on my Patreon, send the money, send the bread. I'm going to do what I do my job. Professional. McDonald's don't chase you down and make you buy a Big Mac, nigga.
Guys, we're looking at the Colorado Buffaloes. They're going on the road to take on Iowa State. Colorado 10-15 on the season. They're still. I mean, they got to win. They finally got to win. They're coming off a win, so it's a letdown spot. Their first letdown spot, it feels like, of the whole season. They got the 76-63 win there over UCF. So yeah, another team that's struggled pretty mightily out there in the Big 12. But hey, the Buffaloes desperately in need of a win. They finally get that conference win. This is not a team that's put up great numbers over the course of the season. They're not atrocious, but they're not great. I mean, 250th in the nation rebounding, that's not great. Their points per game, obviously pretty bad, around 300th in the nation. This team does not have a lot of star power, not a lot of big-time leading scorers. So, yeah, they're going to be happy anytime they can keep themselves in a game, and they have to be very, very pumped about coming off a win. Now they got to take on a team that they actually played kind of close earlier than in the season. I mean, only losing by 10 there against Iowa State. This was a kind of different Buffaloes team at that point in the year, though. So we'll see what they can do on the road in this spot. I mean, the Cyclones come into this game 20-5 on the season, obviously ranked 8th in the nation. They're fresh off of an 11-point win there against Cincinnati. They've won their last 3 in a row after, losing 3 in a row. So definitely a team that, needs to keep on rolling here, but they're in a little bit of a letdown spot, guys. They're about to have to go to Houston after this game and play against number 5 Houston. So that could be a little bit of a tall task. We like what we see from Iowa State, though. I mean, Curtis Jones, 17.6 points per game. Keyshawn Gilbert shooting 50% from the field, also dishing out 4.5 assists per game and scoring 14 points. So, yeah, very good stuff there. This is one of the best offensive teams in the nation, averaging over 80 per game. The defense is really where they hang their hat, though. The Cyclones giving up 67 points per game. Very, very dominant stuff. I mean, they held UCF to only 65 and TCU to only 52.
Yeah, so they kicking ass on defense. Iowa State, I want to take Iowa State's over on their points and shit like that. Yeah, Colorado not beating them. Or we'll take Iowa State like half time, first half.
Ninth in the nation right now, 20-5 on the season, fresh off of a absolute. At the Texas Tech Red Raiders going on the road to take on the TCU Horned Frogs out there in some Big 12 play. Texas Tech ninth in the nation right now, 20-5 on the season, fresh off of a absolute blowout demolition there at Oklahoma State. They won the game 93-55. Yeah, no letdown there for them after scoring over 100 points. They scored 111 against Arizona State. Next up, guys, we're looking at the Texas Tech Red Raiders going on the road to take on the TCU Horned Frogs out there in some Big 12 play. Texas Tech ninth in the nation right now, 20-5 on the season, fresh off of a absolute blowout demolition there at Oklahoma State. They won the game 93 to.
All right. Texas Tech beat Oklahoma State 93 to something. They're ninth in the nation.
55.
They held another Power 5 school to 55 points.
Yeah, no letdown there for them after scoring over 100 points. They scored 111 against Arizona State in a crazy, crazy game. But yeah, just continuing to shoot the ball really, really well against Oklahoma State. And now they get to take on TCU. We like this team a lot. I mean, JT Toppin, a monster, 17.2 points per game, shooting nearly 60% from the field. Elijah Hawkins, 6.5 assists per game. The Red Raiders, guys, they're 22nd in the nation in points per game, 82.4 points per game. Crazy, crazy work there on offense. Their assist numbers, no shocker there, are very, very good.
But this number is 140.5. See how they try to play you? For some teams that don't be scoring at all, it's 153.5. Huh? These niggas don't even score 70 points. Yeah, 153.5. You know. But for two teams that's averaging 90 points per game this season, top 10 scorers, top 20 scorers in the nation, they total sitting at 140.5. Get the fuck out of here. I got the over half time. Got the evil laugh.
The rebounding numbers also solid, maybe not excellent, but I'll give them at least solid here. So this team comes into this game absolutely cruising. They're second, 2 games back there in the Big 12 of Houston. So they're going to be feeling very good about how things are going. They don't have a look-ahead spot here. They play TCU, then they play West Virginia, then they have a look-ahead spot because the game after that is against Houston. But we'll see what they can do here on the road. Obviously not taking on the toughest opponent in the TCU Horned Frogs, but TCU's been doing some positive things lately. They're only 14-11 on the season, but they are 7-7 out there in the Big 12. They won their last 2 in a row, taking down Oklahoma State and Arizona State. They, weren't able to stay attached there against Iowa State. Don't get me wrong. They've already lost once in this matchup against Texas Tech, losing 71-56 at Texas Tech. So they'll be hoping they can, keep things rolling here. I mean, they've been playing okay. Their offensive numbers looking much better than their season averages. Their rebounding numbers, against Texas Tech, the last time these two teams faced each other, like I said, a 71-57 win there for Texas Tech. TCU, they kept things even on the boards. Texas Tech just too good there offensively. TCU didn't shoot the ball particularly well. The free throw numbers were even, but we saw TCU only make 54% of their free throws. That's not generally going to look great, at least. So looking at the numbers for this one, Texas Tech 8.5-point favorites on the road here. So TCU getting 8.5 at home. We got a total of 140.5. Texas Tech, they're 5-2 against spread on the road. That's very respectable against the spread on the road, especially in college. They're a slight under team, or they're a slight over team. TCU 6-8 against spread at home, and they are a significant under team. They're 17-8 to the under. So they're going to want to slow it down, but I don't think Texas Tech's really going to let them, guys. Give me Texas Tech here at -8.5. I think this is another very, very solid play out there.
All right, so he's taking Texas Tech to win by 9 points. Yeah, Red Raiders.
There are a lot of games that I like, which can be a little bit scary, but hey, maybe we pump it out. Maybe we put 5 games in the pin count. We'll see if that actually happens. But I do think this is a very good spot to be taking Texas Tech, despite the fact they're on the road. Rolling right along here, guys, we're looking at the Butler Bulldogs going on the road to take on the Xavier Musketeers. Butler comes into this game, guys, 12-13 on the season, but they're winners of 3 in a row, taking down, what was it, Seton Hall, Providence, and Georgetown. So, yeah, they're, fighting their way around there in the bottom of the standings there in the Big East. Not necessarily a scary team, but they've got some pieces. I mean, Telforth, 16 points, 4 assists per game. That's respectable for sure, but they're not a very good rebounding team. The defensive numbers aren't fantastic. They're taking on a tough Xavier team here, so we'll see what they can do in their win against 17-9 on this
That's what I want to talk about.
team, and they've got a chance to kind of run things out.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for hitting the like button. Let's talk about Illinois going against Wisconsin. Illinois is at Wisconsin.
Going on the road to take on number 11 Wisconsin. The Fighting Illini come into this game 17-9 on the season. They're fresh off of a very, very poor performance there against Michigan State. There's also that a couple days ago that weird jersey mistake there for that's not a good look there for Shannon, guys. I feel bad for him. That's rough, but what are you gonna do? We'll see what they can do here against Wisconsin. That's not the easiest opponent, that's for sure. In their loss there against Michigan State, there was definitely some problems. The last time they played Wisconsin, they ended up winning that game 86-80, but that was very, very early in the season. So we'll see what Illinois can do in this one. A 65-79 loss. They got destroyed there in the second half by Michigan State. They went into that game with a lead at halftime, guys. A lead at halftime, and then just couldn't do anything right. They shot the ball very poorly from 3.
Yeah, who lost to Michigan State?
A very, very poor performance there against Michigan State. There's also that take on number 11 Wisconsin. The Fighting Illini come into this game 17-9 on the season. They're fresh off of a very, very poor performance there against Michigan State. There's also that a couple days ago that weird jersey mistake there for
Niggas got 9 losses, man.
Wisconsin, that's not the easiest opponent, that's for sure. In their loss there against Michigan State, there was definitely some problems. The last time they played Wisconsin, they ended up winning that game 86-80, but that was very, very early in the season. So we'll see what Illinois can do in this one. A 65-79 loss. They got destroyed there in the second half by Michigan State. They went into that game with a lead at halftime, guys. A lead at halftime, and then just couldn't do anything right. They shot the ball very poorly from 3, 7 of 33 from the 3-point line for a team that really likes to shoot volume threes. They got beat on the boards. A rough day out there. So definitely a bounce back spot here for an Illinois team that's done some good stuff this season. They are only 9-7 in conference play, so that at least has to be mentioned. But they're 3rd in the nation in rebounding. They're 11th in the nation in points per game, and they're giving up 71.6 per game. So yeah, this is not a bad team at all. But neither is Wisconsin, guys. They are legit. They are 20-5 on the season. They're fresh off a big 10-point win there at Purdue. They had a 2-game road trip, which could have been a little bit tricky, but they get the 11-point win at Iowa and the 10-point win there at number 7 Purdue. So now they just got to try and take care of business against Illinois. They only have one really tough opponent left, and that's going on the road to take on Michigan State. Right now, Wisconsin 10-4 in conference play. This team can score, guys. I mean, they're 30th in the nation, putting up over 80 points per game. The rebounding numbers are a concern, especially in this matchup. But
that's crazy today. Even the girls too. Like, I've been noticing, 30th in the nation for 80 points per game is crazy for college now. That's not even crazy for college now. You only 30th in the nation if you score 80 points per game. 10 years ago, that used to be crazy. 80 points per game is 30th in the nation. The girls are scoring 80 points per game. UCLA, number 1 in the nation, girls team be scoring 80 points and shit like that. Shit is crazy. And that's why I say Steph Curry is better in the GOAT debate than LeBron. My GOAT debate, my GOAT top 5 for basketball, it go Michael Jordan, because he changed the game in that time frame, in that era. So go Mike. I'm in the GOAT debate is like who changed the game. That's why I don't. And you gonna understand mine because of my age. I was born in '99, so I can't put somebody in my GOAT debate. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not even like I can't put Will Chamberlain in my GOAT debate top five. I can't put Bill Russell in my GOAT debate top five because it's like a nigga from today, nigga Mark Williams would have been Wilt Chamberlain if Mark Williams was playing back then. If Mitchell Robinson was playing and Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain day, he'll be. It wouldn't be no talk about Wilt Chamberlain. It'd be Mitchell Robinson. See what I'm saying? So that's why it's different. You gotta understand. Steph Curry is maybe he might be 6'3", but his heart is Wemby. He don't care. Jordan changed the game. Nobody was hooping like Jordan before Michael Jordan. Before Michael Jordan played, there was nobody. There was no Kobe. There was no none of that because that's when Kobe came in. They were like, oh, that young nigga, he could hoop. And they started saying, oh, he kind of like Mike. That's how that whole thing, that whole like Mike shit started because of Kobe, nigga. Because there wasn't no players on the team where they just take all the shots. Then you had Allen Iverson, who was like, man, can he be better than Kobe? But Kobe was kind of like, he was kind of like nerdy. He kind of only cared about basketball. He only kind of cared about, you know what I'm saying, the simple shit. Allen Iverson was in your face with it, flashy with it. Don't give a fuck. Sauce his shit. He don't care. He just sauce his shit. Allen Iverson. So it was different, and they didn't really want Allen Iverson, and they kind of wanted Kobe. So that's how that whole shit happened. But my goat didn't go Jordan because he changed the game. Had his first shoe, all of that. Jordan. Then it go Kobe Bryant because Kobe Bryant is ahead of, and it's a ranking too. It's a ranking with this shit. It's not motherfucking like, oh nah, oh they're not in order, but I got LeBron and you know how to be. Nah, it's an order. Jordan, Kobe, because Kobe copied Jordan, the whole mechanism, the whole mannerism. Kobe thought he was Michael Jordan. That's why when he won that championship and Kobe came out the locker room, he done got dressed and everything. Kobe had the whole Bulls warm up. He came to the game in the Bulls warm up, and he was like, and it had 23 on the back. It was like, Kobe, he's like, no, this the official one. They were like, Kobe, why you didn't wear your warm up? He out there practicing everything in Michael Jordan warm up. Like Kobe Bryant thought he was Michael Jordan, nigga. He said, if I'm about to get these championships, I'm about to go do this shit. I gotta be like this nigga. I gotta be like Mike for real. Fuck the commercial. I really gotta do this shit. So he copied them. He copied the greatness. He copied it. He got the blueprint and he used it for real. That's why it was so cold. Everybody like, oh my God. He kind of doing it like Michael Jordan when he leaned back and fade away. I was kind of like, so it was cool because I didn't get a chance to witness Michael Jordan. I wasn't even born yet. So if it wasn't for Kobe Bryant, we probably didn't even be talking about Michael Jordan no more. Real shit. Kobe Bryant was almost Michael Jordan. He three-peated. And he almost did it again. And that's why when people try to like downplay this shit from a real basketball head, bro, I'm a real basketball head, bro. My granddad used to take me to go see basketball every motherfucking weekend, nigga. I used to grow up on sports, bro. I used to watch Sports Center every single day. Like every single day. Like I used to watch the same shit over and over and over again. They used to be talking about the same shit. Tiger Woods won the Masters. Da da da. Come back an hour later. Tiger Woods, Kobe Bryant, the same thing. I'll watch it over and over and over again. Like it was something new. I was one of them kids. I didn't watch cartoons and all that like that, I might, if it was a special, I was watching the motherfucking Sports Center, paying attention to the shit because it's my calling. It's what I'm supposed to be doing. So look, right? Kobe Bryant, he copied all of that shit, bro. They try to make it seem like that for Mike to make LeBron James feel better, but I'm about to get to that. Kobe Bryant, that nigga really was like, he was that dude, bro. Look at videos if you want to find out how Kobe Bryant that dude, and you want to know if I'm just talking or not. Go look up how when Kobe Bryant, and I don't know why I just said that, but it's the truth. But go look up the Olympic videos from when they won the gold medal when it was Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, and KD and them when they went to the. I think that was, what year was that? Was it 2010? Damn, it might have been 2010. 2010 Olympics or something. The last Olympics that Kobe played in. Boy, they was looking up at Kobe. They was like, oh yeah, Kobe was already there. Kobe was at the workouts. He was first up, everything. Like his work ethic. He showed me how to do this. He showed me how to do that. And then go look at the games too. You might just go look at the highlights, but actually watch the game too. Kobe Bryant was the leader on that team. They all looked to him to hit the shot and get the games. When you that player and you averaging the most on the team and you doing all that shit and you shooting the shots, you really gotta get the game is in your hand. The game is in your hand. So when your teammates pass you the ball, they trusting you are the game right now. Like it's different when that's when you enter the GOAT debate, and that's why I put Stephen Curry third in my GOAT debate. I got to, bro. Because right when I thought Kobe Bryant was the GOAT, and then it was all ending, and then LeBron James was about to take over, and then like Stephen Curry was right there. He was on his team. He was on his team going crazy. Going crazy. And it was like, yo, we seen him from college. He just shoot. He just go crazy. He just when he get the ball, he just shoot it. He don't even look at nobody else. Like he don't even look to pass the ball. Like usually normal basketball players, they get the ball and then they give it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And they move the ball around and shit like that. Like Steph Curry, like nah, he get the ball, he like, no, I'm shooting. What? Every soon as he get the ball, he just run, come up the screen. He don't even look for nobody else. He just shoot. He's looking for a shot. As soon as he get down the court, he pass the ball. He's supposed to be the point guard. This nigga pass the ball to somebody else and then go call for a screen and then go do an off-ball screen and try to get the ball so he can shoot. So everybody know, like, oh yeah, I'm about to go shoot. I'm just looking for my shot. Like, what? Every play, though, he not playing no game. Every single play. He not taking a play off. Like, every play, he looking for a shot. So he just start, like, and then when they unleashed, like, Mark Jackson, he was doing it a little bit with Mark Jackson. But when Mark Jackson wasn't trying to, and that's why Mark Jackson probably ain't there no more. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why Mark Jackson had to leave Golden State because Steph Curry wanted to shoot that damn ball. And if you're not about to let him shoot that ball and unleash him, and it wouldn't be no Steve Curry if Steph Curry wasn't getting unleashed. That was already his organization by then. When Mark Jackson, you know what I'm saying, got let go. That was already Steph Curry organization by then. He probably was telling the people like, man, I'm trying to shoot this ball. So Steph Curry, he with him being able to shoot and being a shooter, he like, man, I got to shoot this ball. He not trying to let me unleash me and let me shoot this ball. We got to get somebody else. And then they bring Steve Curry in there. Steve Curry, he all about shooting the ball. You know what I'm saying? He was on the Bulls and all of them years and with Michael Jordan, so he know how to unleash. He know what it looked like for a superstar to be unleashed because he had his coach Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson, he believed in, you know what I'm saying, letting them play. You know what I'm saying? As he would say, let the players play or whatever. He'll lead the players out there and let them figure it out for themselves and let them play and use their abilities. So, not saying that's not what Mark Jackson was doing. He just more. It seemed like he probably was like a more of a system type of coach, but Steph Curry, bro, when he got with Steve Kerr and them boys got KD and all that other shit, and before that, when they had that, because before they got KD, they had the 73 and 19, bro. They was crazy on that team. That was before KD. They was crazy. So that's why when they got KD, everybody like, oh nah, what the fuck? You gave another nigga who just wanna get a bucket. You gave a team another nigga who just wanna get a bucket all the time. And he shoot from anywhere and sniping shit and going crazy too. So it's just like, bro, Steph Curry, he one of the greatest because he got drafted to his team, didn't go nowhere, wasn't really, and didn't seem like he was trying to get traded or none of that shit. He was just trying to stay, where he was at and make shit work. And he was winning championships. And who was he beating? LeBron James, the dude that y'all say is y'all, and y'all know it's a ranking. Don't try to make it seem like, oh nah, LeBron's the GOAT and his versus Jordan and it's just them two. Like, nah, bro, Kobe the GOAT over LeBron. Kobe not to go over Jordan because Jordan got 6 in the days that he got 6. And we don't look at today, we don't look at 90s era and say, man, 90s era. And this is why we gotta, you know what I'm saying? We say we done with the 90s and we can't fuck with niggas that like Jordan and shit like that because them niggas try to make it seem like the 90s was the best era. 90s era is not fucking with today's era. I'm sorry, bro. 90s eras basketball, 70s, 80s eras basketball is not fucking with today's basketball. It's just not. It's not. It's on another level today. So it's just like y'all can't compare, bro. So and Jordan, he's like the last little bit people that we still saying like, yeah, he on the go. Cause in the you know what I'm saying, in about like 20 years, they're not gonna be mentioning Jordan, Kobe, and them like that. They're gonna be mentioning LeBron James because they know him. That's who they know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, Jordan, his longevity through his shoes and shit like that, like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's keeping the love for the game and knowing the historical facts, and you know what I'm saying? Because it's a history behind this shit. But after Steph Curry, I say LeBron James because LeBron James lost to Curry, and if LeBron James never lost to Curry, LeBron James would have like 8 championships. And it was a reason why he was losing to Curry. It's not just he was losing to Curry because Curry could shoot and he a bitch ass nigga and this and that. Nah, bro. Curry could shoot and that nigga snipe shit, bro. You gotta think, bro. That's an extra point when him and Clay was going off. They having 6 threes a night and all this other crazy shit. That's an extra point, bro. Your team need that. And them niggas just do it at such a great clip. So even if the ball come off the rim wrong, if you got a nigga that could rebound real good, he get the rebound, he get the extra point. Draymond get the extra point. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just the whole aspect of how you play. He changed the game. Curry changed the game. That's why I got Jordan, Kobe, and Curry in my top 3 because it's like they all changed the game. LeBron James, he didn't change. He didn't really change the game, but he was an impactful player. That's why I put him after Curry, number 4. Then after that, I got Shaq because he was just most dominant. So if you say my top lineup, that's a hard team. I got Steph Curry, nigga. I got Kobe Bryant. I got Michael Jordan, and I got LeBron James at the 4 because he really a glorified stretch 4. And I got Shaq. Nigga, ain't nobody beating my team, nigga. That's the best team ever, nigga. Shaq just was most dominant, bro. Like, he was a great player, but like, if Shaq could shoot, bro, he'll probably be like one of the best players ever. Because, and it's like, bro, Shaq, he did have a good touch though around the rim, like when he was on the Lakers. It's crazy. This game just popped up when I started saying that, but it's like, yo, he started having a good touch. He started having a good touch. He started having a good touch around the rim. Shaq started having a good touch around the rim, like when he was on the Lakers and shit like that, and the Heat and shit. Like Shaq had a good touch around the rim and shit. So it's just like if Shaq was able to shoot like some of these stretch fours, and some of these stretch fours today, and some of these centers today, they really got it down pat. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, y'all can't compare y'all 90s era to today. We done with the 90s kind of sort of. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, that's why I put Jordan at the top. Because Jordan was the first one to really do this shit. So it's only right, you know what I'm saying? And we never seen nobody in these past couple eras win 6 championships like that. It's the same reason why Tom Brady's the go to football, how we look at it. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, though, y'all, what's good with y'all, man? I'm gonna start getting these tickets right. About to start getting these tickets right, man. I was up all night with that Arizona game too, man. The Arizona game had got crazy. And yeah, that Arizona game, man.
On this morning, man. A little motivation, man. Riding up early on my Aunt Shirley. Doing what it is I does. You know what I'm saying? Doing what it is I does. And that's vacation. Man. Your boy Drizzy. I hate when they don't send my notifications out, man. That really upsets me. But look.
See the difference? But boy, he can't sleep at night. He might be bigger than me, but he can't sleep good. Thinking about that boy.
Hey man, say man, y'all get up in here, man. Hey man, get in this live, man, so I can get my watch hours, my watch time. If you're watching on the replay, I appreciate you, man. Oh God, though, I appreciate you. If you watching this on the replay and you watching this and you hear this right now, yo, salute to you, man. Hit the like button for your boy, man, cause we about to go up. I'm gonna be doing giveaways, and anybody like if you Divine Retributions, Magnificent, Tyler, Josh, Jason, who else be up in here, man? Kentrell, who else be up in here, man? Oh, my boy, my guy Bam. Anybody, man. The fam, anybody, man. I swear, yo, you gonna be a part of these giveaways, man. In my membership, man, for real. We giving away dropping gems, all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Real sauce, real gems all day. Not no games. We not procrastinating, man. It's 2025. We trying to get a real bag. A real one. Not a fake one.
I go hug my baby. He can't hug you. See the difference?
See, this is the thing, man. I was rocking with Charleston, bro, but I'm a man of God, man. So it's like, I know evil. Even though it's cool, even though people like to laugh at him, and even
that's a cool thing nowadays, laughing at kids. Playing with people kids. That grown folks is doing that's real sick and
Gilly
sad.
son, that's when I was done. But you see, Gilly just came out and said he wouldn't apologize to Charleston, right? I mean, he wouldn't accept Charleston White's apology, right? So this boy Charleston doubled down. How you gonna double down? Listen.
I get to hug my son. Gilly can't. Yeah, me and my son probably finna go to the strip club tonight. He got to go talk to the tombstone, so he can't be on my ass.
Bible talk
and
about
he still
people
got
like
to deal
this.
with the pain
and
of burying his boy. I ain't got that pain.
This dude evil, bro.
So he ain't on my ass. And I go hug my baby. He can't hug you. See the difference?
See, this is the thing, man. I was rocking with Charleston, bro, but I'm a man of God, man. So it's like, I know evil. Even though it's cool, even though people like to laugh at him, and even the rise and fall of Charleston White. Charleston didn't fail to me. He's still up there with you. Notice Charleston ain't as viral as he used to be. Charleston is declining right now because of stuff like this.
Sure.
That's why Charleston declining.
Check it out, man. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on all post notifications.
Charleston is on the decline because he do stuff like this. He just recently did this.
Gilly on your ass. I get to hug my son. Gilly can't. Yeah, me and my son probably finna go to the strip club tonight. He got to go he'll talk to the tombstone, so he can't be on my ass. And he still got to deal with the pain of burying his boy. I ain't got that pain.
Man, come on.
No, so he ain't on my ass. And I go hug my baby. He can't hug his. See the difference? Yeah, man, you got the wrong kind of nigga. Gilly said he don't respect you. We don't respect each other. Me and Gilly been disrespecting each other for years, long before his son got killed. That's why I disrespected his dead son, because we don't respect each other. I can't expect for him to respect me, and I done said, boy, and his boy got his top pop, they put a toe on his tag on his toe.
Come on, man.
So he can't respect me, nigga. I don't respect
This dude
him.
evil,
I
bro.
respect Wallow, but not Gilly.
Yeah, man. Say, man, we're going to come back to that. I got to get to work in a minute, y'all. Because I work from home, man. If you want to work from home like your boy, man, y'all go ahead and like and subscribe and subscribe to my Patreon. Yeah, man. Plane crash after plane crash. Our plane's too dangerous. The Big Meech lied to the people, man. The Big Meech lied to his loyal fans. Big Meech, did you lie to these people, man? Why 50 Cent saying all this, man?
Something or trying to figure things out, asking questions, trying to figure out how the plantation is run. That is a dangerous Negro on this plantation. Sell him down the river or give him a good whipping and stop him from being curious about serious things. Keep him in the silly mode. That is the category that black people are always supposed to be in. The silly mode, the destructive mode. Don't let them think about anything serious, because then they become a danger. It's like that dangerous Blackford or trying to figure things out, asking questions, trying to figure. Dangerous black person on the plantation who's always going around trying to read something or trying to figure things out, asking questions, trying to figure out how the plantation is run. That is a dangerous Negro on this plantation. Sell him down the river or give him a good whipping and stop him from being curious about serious things. Keep him in the silly mode. That is the category that black people are always supposed to be in. The silly mode, the destructive mode. Don't let them think about anything serious,